Chosen one, have you ever pondered the weight of continual discontent and distraction in your life? Often, the essence of true joy lies in achieving a state where our mind is unburdened. Our mental faculties have a tendency to fabricate illusions, molding our perceptions of ourselves and the world. These illusions often stem from previous experiences, societal expectations, and personal aspirations. Over time, these illusions construct what we know as the ego, an artificial self-image fueled by thoughts, beliefs, and a quest for approval. The ego thrives on the illusion of separateness, persuading us that our worth is determined by our achievements, possessions, and external validation. This fallacy prompts us to chase external rewards like wealth, status, or constant recognition. Although such pursuits might provide fleeting pleasure, they frequently divert us from our genuine purpose. Instead of experiencing authentic satisfaction, we become ensnared in a relentless quest for more, perpetually dissatisfied with our current state. The mind's fabricated illusions confine us to this perpetual cycle, constantly searching outside ourselves for fulfillment. The more we chase after external affirmations, the more we drift away from our true essence. These mental constructs propagate a false narrative that our worth is contingent upon constant achievement and acquisition. This narrative obstructs our understanding of our deeper essence and alignment with our true purpose. When the ego dominates our thoughts and actions, we end up cluttered with superficial distractions that prevent us from experiencing genuine peace. Surrendering is often misconstrued as capitulation or weakness, but it actually represents a profound alignment with the universe's natural flow. When it is said that surrender is not weakness, it highlights the strength found in relinquishing control over every detail of our lives. By surrendering, we are not abandoning life, but rather releasing our attachment to specific outcomes and the incessant striving that leads to stress and dissatisfaction. Surrendering involves accepting the present moment without resistance or frustration, which opens us to universal guidance and harmonizes our actions with the natural flow of existence. Resisting creates tension and blocks energy flow, perpetuating negativity, whereas surrendering alleviates this tension and makes room for new opportunities and insights. It allows us to trust in a higher intelligence that guides our growth and evolution. The letting go of the need to control every outcome permits this intelligence to steer us toward our true purpose. This doesn't guarantee that everything will unfold according to our desires, but it enhances our alignment with life's rhythm, making it easier to navigate challenges and find tranquility amidst uncertainty. Emptiness, in a spiritual context, represents the space within where we connect with the present. Emptiness here signifies the absence of mental noise, the release of preconceived notions, and the relinquishing of societal expectations. It does not imply a lack of meaning, but rather a clearing of mental clutter, enabling us to experience life in its raw authenticity. Embracing emptiness liberates us from the constraints imposed by our mind. The mind is often preoccupied with creating narratives, judgments, and interpretations, obscuring our perception of reality. These mental activities are usually rooted in the past or future, hindering our ability to fully engage with the present. By relinquishing these mental projections, we attain a state of true presence, where awareness and connection to the present moment are clear and unbounded by the mind's limitations. When we release ourselves from the grip of incessant thoughts and societal pressures, we begin to align more deeply with the subtle energies and possibilities inherent in each moment. This heightened awareness is crucial for unlocking our true potential and aligning with our higher purpose. Embracing emptiness provides a sense of liberation that is elusive when caught in the mind's projections. In this state, we are not driven by fears, desires, or the quest for validation. Rather, we act from a place of inner stillness and clarity, where our actions are guided by intuition and a profound understanding of what truly matters. This clarity allows us to make decisions that are congruent with our authentic selves rather than being swayed by external influences. However, the ego resists this concept of emptiness. The ego, which thrives on control, identity, and attachment, views emptiness as a threat to its existence. It clings to thoughts, memories, and emotions, attempting to maintain a sense of self that is separate and distinct. This resistance is a natural reaction, since the ego is fundamentally rooted in holding on to beliefs, past experiences, and future expectations. Emptiness challenges these attachments, which can be uncomfortable or even frightening to the ego. The ego's resistance arises from its desire to control our thoughts and actions, continuously crafting a narrative about who we are, often based on external markers such as achievements, relationships, and social status. Embracing emptiness disrupts these narratives by removing the need to define ourselves through them. The ego perceives this as a loss of identity, leading it to fill the void with distractions and emotions that reinforce its control. Transcending the ego's grasp requires entering a state of surrender. In this state, there is no need to cling to thoughts or control every aspect of our lives. Instead, we allow a deeper wisdom, aligned with the universe's flow, to guide us. This inner guidance is not driven by the ego's fears or desires, but emerges from a clear, intuitive understanding of what is needed in each moment. Facing the ego's resistance without succumbing to it is a significant challenge, but with practice, embracing emptiness weakens the ego's influence. Over time, we recognize that emptiness is not a void to be feared, but a space of boundless potential and clarity. It is within this space that we connect with our true selves, free from the distortions and limitations imposed by the ego. One key aspect of embracing emptiness is learning to let go of the constant need to do and achieve. Society often equates busyness with success, but this mindset can lead to stress and burnout. Emptiness teaches us that it's okay to slow down, pause, and simply be. In stillness, we find that fulfillment doesn't come from filling every moment with activity, but from being fully present in whatever we are doing, no matter how simple or mundane it may seem. Consider the mind as a mirror reflecting our experiences. Over time, this mirror becomes clouded with layers of thoughts, beliefs, and societal conditioning, distorting our perception of our true self. To discover our true self, we must purify the mind by removing these layers. This purification process is not about adding anything new, but about letting go of the mental constructs that obscure our inner clarity. The mind often operates based on concepts and judgments accumulated throughout our lives, shaping our view of ourselves and the world. This identity, based on external factors, is not our true self, but a construct formed by experiences, societal expectations, and the desire to fit into roles. Purifying the mind involves practicing stillness and relaxed observation. In stillness, we create the space to observe our thoughts without becoming entangled in them. This observation reveals that thoughts are transient events in the mind, not reflections of our true self. As we become more skilled at this practice, we begin to identify less with our thoughts and more with the consciousness that observes them. This consciousness is our true self, unchanging, peaceful, and ever-present, regardless of the thoughts that arise and fade. Purification also entails releasing the mind's attachment to ideas of purity and perfection. The mind often defines what is pure or good based on societal norms or personal beliefs. But these definitions are just more layers of mental concepts obscuring our true nature. True purity transcends these concepts, recognizing that our essence is beyond the dualities of good and bad, pure and impure. In this state of transcending, we discover a deeper sense of self, not limited by the mind's judgments. As we purify the mind, we weaken the ego's hold. The ego relies on layers of thoughts and beliefs to create a false sense of self. By letting go of these mental constructs, we allow our true self to emerge, rooted in the awareness that is always present within us. Life may seem complex and serious, but viewing it as a play of consciousness shifts our perspective. This perspective suggests that our experiences are not as fixed or permanent as they appear, but are expressions of a deeper awareness. Understanding life as a play of consciousness helps us see our challenges, successes, and struggles as scenes in a broader drama of awareness. These elements are not central or permanent, but part of a larger, ever-changing play. This view liberates us from our narratives and the stress they bring. When we recognize that our roles and experiences are temporary, we can engage with life with detachment and freedom, knowing they are part of a larger fluid play. Viewing life as a play significantly alters our approach to personal growth. This metaphorical perspective suggests that instead of constantly striving to change or fix ourselves, we should focus on aligning with the deeper consciousness that is the source of our being. In traditional views of self-improvement, there is often a tendency to view ourselves as projects to be perfected, constantly working towards some ideal version of ourselves. This approach can lead to a sense of inadequacy as we measure our worth by our achievements, comparing our progress to external standards and societal expectations. However, when we view life as a play, we begin to understand that the essence of personal growth is not about achieving external goals or becoming someone different. Rather, it is about embracing our true nature, the deeper consciousness that lies at the core of our existence. This consciousness is not something we need to create or attain. It is already present within us, waiting to be acknowledged and aligned with. This shift in perspective fosters genuine, lasting transformation. When we align with our deeper essence, we tap into a source of wisdom and guidance that transcends the limitations of the ego. The ego, with its constant demands for recognition and validation, often leads us astray, convincing us that we need to acquire more, achieve more, or become more in order to be worthy. But by aligning with our deeper consciousness, we begin to see that we are already whole, that our worth is intrinsic, not dependent on external achievements. Recognizing life as a play also encourages us to live with a sense of playfulness and openness. In a play, the outcome is not the primary focus. The joy is in the performance, in the creative expression of the roles we take on. Similarly, when we approach life with a playful attitude, we become less attached to specific outcomes and more open to the flow of life. We understand that each experience, whether pleasant or challenging, is part of the unfolding drama of our lives, and that our role is to engage fully with whatever arises. This attitude of openness and curiosity allows us to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater ease. When we are less attached to outcomes, we are less likely to be thrown off balance by unexpected events or disappointments. Instead, we can approach each situation with a sense of curiosity, asking ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? This mindset transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, turning what might have been seen as obstacles into stepping stones on our path of personal evolution. Moreover, when we recognize that life is a play, we become more accepting of ourselves and others. In a play, each character has a role to fulfill, and no role is inherently better or worse than another. The villain is as necessary to the story as the hero, and both contribute to the richness of the narrative. Similarly, in life, we each have our own roles to play, our own lessons to learn, and our own contributions to make. This recognition fosters a sense of compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for others. We see that everyone is doing the best they can with the roles they have been given, and this awareness helps us to release judgment and embrace acceptance. As we continue to align with our deeper consciousness, we begin to experience a sense of inner peace and contentment. This peace does not come from the absence of challenges, but from the understanding that we are more than the roles we play, more than the circumstances we face. We are the consciousness that witnesses the play of life, the awareness that observes without attachment, without judgment. This shift in perspective allows us to experience life more fully, to engage with the world from a place of inner stillness and clarity. In this state of alignment, personal growth becomes a natural, organic process, rather than something we have to force or strive for. We grow not because we're trying to fix ourselves, but because we are becoming more attuned to our true nature. This growth is not about adding layers to our identity, but about peeling them away, revealing the essence of who we are beneath the surface. It is a process of unlearning, of letting go of the conditioned beliefs and patterns that have kept us trapped in the illusion of separation and limitation. This deeper understanding of growth also transforms our relationships with others. When we recognize that life is a play, we see that our interactions with others are part of the dance of consciousness. Each relationship, each encounter, is an opportunity to express and reflect the deeper truths of our being. We become less concerned with controlling others or getting them to meet our expectations, and more focused on how we can bring more presence, more awareness, more love into our interactions. As we continue to cultivate this awareness, we begin to see that the play of life is not just happening to us, but through us. We are not passive spectators, but active participants in the creation of our reality. This realization empowers us to take responsibility for our lives, to recognize that we are co-creators of our experience. By aligning with our deeper consciousness, we can begin to consciously direct the flow of our lives, choosing to respond to situations in ways that reflect our true values and intentions. This perspective also helps us to see that the ups and downs of life are not random or meaningless, but part of a larger pattern of growth and evolution. Each challenge we face is an invitation to deepen our understanding, to expand our consciousness, to become more fully who we are. When we embrace this understanding, we can approach life with a sense of gratitude, recognizing that even the difficult experiences are gifts that help us grow. In conclusion, viewing life as a play invites us to shift our focus from external goals and achievements to the deeper process of aligning with our true essence. This alignment fosters genuine, lasting transformation, allowing us to navigate life with a sense of playfulness, openness, and acceptance. As we become more attuned to our deeper consciousness, we experience a greater sense of inner peace and contentment, and our personal growth becomes a natural expression of our true nature. By recognizing the play of life and embracing our role within it, we can live with greater ease, joy, and fulfillment, knowing that we are part of a larger, unfolding drama of consciousness.